ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। शुक्ल यजुर्वेदीय काण्व शाखीय बृहदारण्यक उपनिषद पेज नंबर 180. We are inquiring into Hiranyagarbha or Prajapati, whether he is samsari or asamsari. Acharya said, Upadi Vishesha Sambandhat Samsaritva, Swata Asamsaritva. Tika आसीनो दूरम व्रजति शयानो याति सर्वतः कस्तम मदामदम देवम मदन्यो ज्ञातुमर्हति. On this mantra, टीकाकार is explaining. स्वारस्येन कूटस्थो अपि आत्मा मनसः शीघ्रं दूरगमन दर्शनात् तदुपाधिको दूरम व्रजति. स्वारस्येन कूटस्थो अपि आत्मा. आत्मा स्वारस्येन कूटस्थ. Swarasya means, according to our matam, it is kutastha. This is how we understand. Manasaha shigram duragamana darshanat. It is, Atma is kutastha, but mind goes very far. Manasaha shigram duragamana darshanat tad upadhiko Atma duram vrajati. Atma which has tad upadhikaha. Vigraha will be tad upadhir yasya atmanaha sa atma tad upadhikaha. That means manaha. Mind is the upadhi of that atma. With that upadhi, it appears as if my atma has gone far. Duram vrajati. Bahuvri. So this is why Bahuvrihi Vigraha. Bahuvrihi Vigraha we have to give. Tad upadhihi yasya sa atma tad upadhikaha. यथा स्वप्ने शयानोपि मनसो गति भ्रांत्या सर्वत्र याति इव भाति. स्वप्ने शयानो अपि. In swapna, this mind which is shayana, manaso gati bhrantya. Manasaha gati bhranti is there. Mind is having this bhranti. Gati bhrantya. Mind has gati. Shayana is atma, means not going anywhere. But manaso gati bhrantya sarvatra yati iva bhati. In swapna also mind goes everywhere, thinks of so many things. So I think I am all over, going everywhere. Sarvatra yati iva bhati. तथा जागरे अपि इत्यर्थः. तद्वत् जागरे अपि सर्वत्र याति इव भाति इत्यर्थः. कल्पितेन हर्षादि विकारेण स्वाभाविकेन तदभावेन च. कल्पितेन हर्षादि विकारेण स्वाभाविकेन तदभावेन च युक्तम आत्मानं न कश्चिदपि निश्चेतुं शक्नोति इत्याह. Kalpita harshadi vikarena. Kalpitena harshadi vikarena. So harsha, shoka, etc. they are there in mind. They are the vikara in mind projected in Atma. Swabhavkena tad abhavena. Atma doesn't have harsha, shokadi. Abhavena cha yuktam atmanam na kaschidapi nishchetum shaknoti. Abhavena cha yuktam. Harsha, shokadi abhavena cha yukta atma. Swabhavikena. And kalpitena vikarena yuktam. Understood? Kalpitena harshadi vikarena yuktam atmatattvam. Swabhavikena ayuktam. So if I have to determine the nature of Atma, it is very confusing. Because sometimes Atma is with harshadi vikara. In the sense, I feel I am very happy, I am very sad, I am understanding, I am not understanding. And sometimes none of these vikaras are there in me. Or when one vikara is there, other vikaras abhav is there. This way also you can understand. Na kaschidapi nishchetum shaknoti. Nishchaya one cannot do. That's why mantra says, kastam madamadam devam madanyo jnatum arhati. Mat anyaha kaha tam devam madamadam jnatum arhati. Mada means harsha. That harsha is referring to mada. And amada means absence of that, means dukkham. So, how anybody will be able to know that Atma other than me? Other than me means other than us. Bhashyakar in Kathopanishad Bhashya says, not that Yamacharya says other than me, who will know? Otherwise, if nobody else can know, what is the point in teaching Nachiketa? Anyway, he will not understand. So means other than people like us who have sadhan chatushtaya, who has the ability to do this viveka. Main thing about Atma in Vedanta is this ability to understand the seemingly opposite things present in that one Atma. If a student can do this, that student will understand. A student who can memorize certain things, a student who can repeat whatever is said, but if he doesn't understand that such contradictory things are existing in Atma, or in general, any Upadesha also, if a student doesn't understand this, how to grasp the Upadesha with contradictory things, that student will never understand Vedanta. Like if a teacher says, tomorrow there is class, and then he will say, tomorrow there is no evening class. If a student doesn't understand that there is a difference between tomorrow there is class and tomorrow there is no evening class, that person, they should leave Vedanta. For this, you cannot just take one statement as, but you said this, but you said that Vidyarthi doesn't have this ability. They should know how to switch gears as per Acharya. This is also true, that is also true. That was true at that time in that condition, this is true now in this condition. Because Vedas are going to say, in the beginning, when you are doing karma and upasana, you are karta, you are bhokta, you are ihaloka paraloka gami. You have to increase punya, you have to in sat. In sattva, you have to increase. Sattva you can increase only through karma and upasana. So you have to do excess of that. That same Vidyarthi, after some time, Guru will say, now you leave that karma, now you leave that upasana, you are akarta bhukta, and that student doesn't understand, or is argumentative, it doesn't know how to understand these Vakyas. So then once if the Veda says there is creation, and the Veda later will say there is no creation, they will not understand. There is Dvaitam, there is no Dvaitam. Such things, if a person cannot understand what is being said, Veda, that's why it is said, Kastam madam madam devam madanyo jnatum arhati. Other than me means other than people who have this ability to understand, context has changed, everything has changed. And how to understand every statement, whether here context is same, here context is not same, again context is same, these things. Otherwise, such people in Vyavahara also, they are always confused and they will always create issues. I hope I am not exaggerating. This is true. What Yamacharya is saying is true. Kastam madha madam deva. He knows exactly. Iti evam adi shrutibhyah on 181 in Bhashya. Iti evam adi shrutibhyah. Adi means what is the other shruti? Adi padena dhyayativa ityadi shrutayo grahyante. So like dhyayativa, lelayativa, here also there is a contradiction. What is the contradiction? When upadhi is there, upadhi dharma manasam dhyayantyam atma dhyayati iva, in this way. But if upadhi is not there, atma is not doing any dhyana. In Ashtavakra Gita, there is one part of the shloka. What is bandhana? He says, ayam eva hite bandho samadhi manutishthati. What is bandha? You want to be in samadhi, and this is your bandhan. This is your bondage. So all along, everywhere samadhi is praised. And I thought I will go to Gangotri 6 months, I will sit in samadhi. And now you are saying samadhi is bandhan. So I should know how to understand this vakya is also true, this is also true. That context, if I cannot understand, then I will think either I should take this grantha or that. So we should know everything. This Vedanta is like that. Upadhi vasha Tika. Udahrita shrutinam tatparyam aha. All these Kathopanishad mantra that you quoted, then Brahadaranyaka, Dhyayati, etc. What is the tatparyam? Tatparyam is upadhi vashat samsaritvam, na paramarthata. Because of upadhi, there is samsaritvam. Paramarthata, samsaritvam is not there. Kin tarhi paramarthikam tadaha. Then what is paramarthikam? Swato asamsari eva. Swatah it is asamsari. So this we should know. Hiranyagarbha swata is asamsari. Hiranyagarbhasya vastavam avastavam cha rupam nirupitam upasamharati. Hiranyagarbhasya vastavam avastavam. What is the actual rupa? Vastavam means swarupatah swabhavatah, and avastavam means aupadhika. Evam ekatvam nanatvam cha hiranyagarbhasya. In the same way, Hiranyagarbha, is he samashti or vyashti? Many vyashti put together is samashti. Hiranyagarbha is samashti. So is he samashti or is he vyashti? So that is why ekatvam nanatvam cha hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha is one also and many also. Now how should we understand this samashti vyashti in hiranyagarbha? Here it is not elaborated, but just understand this much. These are some fundamentals, like in Vedanta Sara or in Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Sara Sangra, they are elaborated. Those who don't thoroughly study those things and they study Upanishad Bhashya, inside their concepts are so weak that they are actually not able to grasp. I have seen it in students. That's why I'm saying they will not be able to grasp these Upanishadic ideas. Hiranyagarbha is Eka and it is Samashti. Samashti means it is not that it is collection of all jivas put together is one Hiranyagarbha. Because if it was only collection of, let's say, 200 jivas is one Hiranyagarbha, then Hiranyagarbha by itself is a non-entity. It is just assembly of parts, which is not the fact. Hiranyagarbha is an entity by itself. It is not sigma 1 to 100, right? It is a thing. So if Hiranyagarbha is a separate thing apart from all these 200, then why do you call it Samashti? It is Vyashti only. It is another individual like so many other individuals are there. So it is that individual who has identification with all. So even though it is another Vyashti, but it identifies with Samashti. Therefore, Hiranyagarbha is called Samashti. That Tadatmya, each individual will identify only with themselves. But Hiranyagarbha, because of his extreme upasana, can identify with all. And all come only after Hiranyagarbha. So whatever comes after Hiranyagarbha and whatever comes from Hiranyagarbha, with that identification is natural. Because Hiranyagarbha becomes Karana, all of that is Karya. So this tells me that identification will decide how big I have become. And to become big, you have to identify with all. So here Karanatva is in the form of Hiranyagarbha is also a Jiva. All these other Jivas are there, right? Hiranyagarbha as Karanam is only, all other Jivas are invoked or initiated by Hiranyagarbha. Their Utpatti, they are all dormant Jivas before creation. First, Hiranyagarbha is woken up, right? In this Srishti. So, so first, this much we understand that Hiranyagarbha is the first Jiva woken up. Then slowly all other Jivas are woken up based on their punya, their purity, or whatever that role they have to play. And then Srishti is available. So as far as Jiva's creation is concerned, there is no need because Jivas are already there. Hiranyagarbha is responsible for triggering their awakening or waking up, and all the upadanam it will become for the rest of the srishti. So their antakarana, indriya, etc., the samashti pancha mahabhuta, apanchikrita pancha mahabhuta karya will be seen. Then panchikrita pancha mahabhuta. That part Hiranyagarbha is responsible. In this way we can understand. And Hiranyagarbha is also Sarva Devata Maya. So all devatas are also expressing through Hiranyagarbha. Means they are different jivas, but they are commanded by Hiranyagarbha. एवं एकत्वं नानात्वं च हिरण्यगर्भस्य तथा सर्वजीवानां. So now for all jivas also, this is true. Sarvajivanam api. Tika. तस्यापि अस्मदादिवत् न स्वतो ब्रह्मत्वं किंतु संसारित्वमेव स्वाभाविकम् इति आशंक्य दृष्टान्तस्य साध्य विकलताम् आह. तस्यापि अस्मदादिवत्, somebody has a shanka that he is swatah na brahmatvam but samsari. Like us, we are also like that swatah. So it is that drishtanta sadhya vaikalya is shown. What is sadhya vaikalya in drishtanta? Hetu is there, sadhya is not there, then vyapti will not be there. Sadhya vaikalya means in drishtanta sadhya is not there. Only this much part we say, that is called sadhya vaikalya. And in drishtanta, if hetu is not there, then sadhana vaikalya. Those who have studied Tarka Sangraha, they should keep looking at Tarka Sangraha also now and then. Because in Naishkarmya Siddhi class, I asked one question and many people could not answer. All those people who had studied Tarka Sangraha with Padakritya and what is Atyantikatvam? That was the question. Because these things, they don't come every time. But when they come, then it is expected that I know. Tatha sarva jivanam. Sarva jivanam means all jivas are swatah asamsari eva. Jiva as drishtanta, jiva is also swatah asamsari upadhivashat samsari. Sarvajivanam ekatvam nanatvam cha iti purvena sambandha. And all the jivas, they also have ekatvam nanatvam cha. We will see that sentence later. Tesham swato brahmatve pramanam aha. How do you say they are swata brahma? Tattvamasi iti shrutehe. Sarvajivanam ekatvam nanatvam means ekatvam nanatvam
Upadhi standpoint and
means all jivas. No, that is not true. For all jivas, they can identify with all. Everybody has equal option to identify with all, and they will have nanatvam. And if I identify with one, then ekatvam, in this way. And everybody is Brahma without Upadhi. With Brahma, I mean with Upadhi, samsari. Tattvamasi iti shrutehe. कस्तर ही हिरण्यगर्भे विशेषो येन असौ अस्मदादिभिः उपास्यते तत्र. This was the question I had raised yesterday. Then what is the difference between Hiranyagarbha and me? Hiranyagarbha is also Swata Brahma. I am also Swata Brahma. He is Upadhi Vashat Samsari. I am also Upadhi Vashat Samsari. Then why should I do Hiranyagarbha Upasana? Why should anybody do Hiranyagarbha Upasana? Yena asau asmadadibihi upasyate kaha visheshaha. What is the vishesha in that Hiranyagarbha? This is another important point. Hiranyagarbhastu upadhi shuddhi atishayapekshaya prayashah para eva iti shruti smriti vadaha pravruta. Hiranyagarbha has Upadhi Shuddhi Atishaya. Hiranyagarbhastu Upadhi Shuddhi Atishaya Pekshaya Prayashaha means in general, more or most of the time, he is like Paramatma. This is not Bhashyakara's words. Iti Shruti Smriti Vada Pravritta. Shruti Smriti, they also means he can proxy for Bhagavan. If Bhagavan says, you do the rest of the creation, he will carry out.
Swamiji, Upadhi Shuddhi means it is Sattva.
Upadhi Shuddhi means his Antakarana is extremely pure. Vishuddha Sattva is there. Ours is extremely Malina Sattva. More ideas are given. Nanu Shruti Smriti Vadeshu Kvachit Tasya Samsaritvam Api Pradarshate. In Shruti Smriti Vada, sometimes it is shown he is samsari, like right now we saw Bhaya is there, Arati is there, etc. Sansaritvam, or sometimes in Purana, Brahmaji gets some doubt, etc. He is not able to answer the question. In Bhagavatam, different stories are there. Satyam, Kalpitam, Tattu Kalpitam, iti Abhipratya. Kalpitam means Upadhi Vashat. This is only because of Upadhi. Sansaritvam. Sansaritvam tu kvachideva darshayanti. Shruti Smriti Vadaha Sansaritvam tu kvachideva darshayanti. So now the question that student has asked was, what about us? So say, I'll tell you. Jivanantu upadhigata ashuddhi bahulyat. Sansaritvam eva prayasho abhilapyate. Jiva is most of the time samsari. Sometimes asamsari. Sometimes he thinks I am okay. Other times not okay. This is Jiva story. And Hiranyagarbha story, most of the time he is okay. Sometimes he is not okay. Most of the time he is rooted in knowledge. Bhashyakar also makes fun of those people who are interested in samsara. Why to say everybody? Only those. So like some people, see, Jiva will be dukhi. Some people, most of the time dukhi. Only sometimes you see they are okay. And some people, most of them they are happy. Sometimes they are unhappy. So this is the difference between Jiva and Hiranyagarbha. Therefore, Jiva should do Hiranyagarbha Upasana. This is one reason. Another reason will come. So Jiva is Prayashaha Abhilapyate. Lap is the dhatu there. Huh? Lap is what Shabde or Vachane something will be there. Tika. अस्मदादिषु अपि तुल्यम एतदिति आशंक्याः जीवानां कथं तर्हि तत्त्वमसि क्षेत्रज्ञं चापि मां विद्धि इत्यादि श्रुति स्मृति वादाः संगच्छन्ते. Then how such statements tattvam, if jiva is most of the time dukhi only, then how you will say tattvamasi kshetrajnam chapi mam viddhi, means that kshetrajna is paramatma swarupa. How will you say tatraha व्यावृत्त कृत्स्न उपाधि भेदापेक्षया तु सर्वः परत्वेन अभिधीयते श्रुति स्मृति वादै. When such statements are made, you have to remove upadhi and only then apply the statement. Don't apply the statement and then go on questioning. First you get rid of upadhi. That is called bhagatyaga. That's why bhagatyaga lakshana is very important. Whenever somebody thinks Aham Brahmasmi. The people, they want to do is Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahma. Aham Brahmasmi, which are you cannot do unless you do Upadhi Parityaga. Now, couple of more lines we will see, important. Swamate, Tattva Nishchayam Uktva Paramate Tad Abhavam Aha. In Swamata, Tattvam Nishchay is already said. Paramate Tad Abhavam. In Tarkika, this is not there. Tarkika is to Parityakta Agama Balaihi. Asti Nasti, Karta Akarta, Ityadi Viruddham, Bahutarka Yadbihi Akulikritaha Shastrartha. These Tarkikas means those who don't use Shastra Bala and use only Buddhi and Anumanam. So, Asti Nasti, they will be confused. Karta Akarta, this wherever Virodha comes, they will not be able to do Nirnaya. Bahu Tarkayadvihi Akulikritaha Shastrartha. They have Shastrartha, whatever is there, Akulikrita means that meaning what is revealed by Shastra, they have twisted or they are confused into how to understand Atma. Now you see important question in Tika. Nanu Eka Jiva Vade Api Sarva Vyavastha Anupapattehe Tattva Nishchay Daurlabhyam Tulyam Iti Chet. Somebody says, your Eka Jiva Vada is also confusing. You have Eka Jiva and Bahu Jiva. So many Jivas are there. So in Eka Jiva Vada, Vyavastha Anupapatti, you will not be able to explain everything in Eka Jiva Vada. So Tattva Nishchay will be Tattva Nishchasya Daurlabhyam. It is not easy to establish what is the actual teaching. Iti chet na. No, that is not true. In Bhashya, Tena Artha Nishya Durlabha is for Tarkika. ये तो केवल शास्त्रानुसारिणः शांत दर्पाः तेषां प्रत्यक्ष विषय इव निश्चितः शास्त्रार्थो देवतादि विषयः. Those who follow Shastra properly, thoroughly, and Shanta Darpaha, they don't have their Abhimana, etc. For them, Shastrartha is like Pratyaksha Vishaya, means Karatala Amulakavat, and Devatadi Vishaya. You see Tika, this line now, Anandagiri ji, Swapnavat Prabodhat Prag Ashesha Vyavastha Sambhavat Urdhvam cha Tadabhavasya Ishtatvat Ekam Brahma Anadi Avidyavashat Ashesha Vyavaharaspodam Iti Pakshe Na Kachana Doshakala Iti Bhavaha. Means in Eka Jiva Vada there is no defect. You can explain Eka Jiva Vada. This point you underline or highlight and you think about it. Swapnavat, Jagrad Avastha is like Swapna. Prabodhat, when you wake up from Swapna, before that, Prag, Prabodhat Prag, Ashesha Vyavastha Sambhavat. Before you get enlightened, everything is like Swapna, the whole drama is going on. Urdhvancha, Urdhvam means Prabodhat Urdhvam, after knowledge. Tad abhavasya ishtatvat. Tad abhav means vyavastha. All vyavastha abhava. Or Jagrat Swapna is not there. But you say Jagat, whatever prapancha that is experienced, it's abhavasya ishtatvat. Before enlightenment, everything will work like Swapna. After enlightenment, what else is there other than Brahma? Nothing. Ekam eva Brahma, Anadi Avidyavashad. That one Brahma, because of Anadi Avidya, Ashesha Vyavahara Aspadam. That Brahma alone is doing all Vyavahara. Means that one Jiva. One Brahma is there. One Avidya. One Brahma, one avidya. How many jivas? One jiva. One Brahma, because of one avidya, appears as one jiva. This is ekajiva. अशेष व्यवहारास्पदम इति पक्षे, in this paksha na kachana dosha kala iti bhava. So this point has been elaborated in the other talks that are available. I have explained and I will keep explaining. Here we are not going to elaborate on ekajivavada, only this much. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashyakritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah. Ishwaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.